Jaffrey with the care, compassion, and roadmap to your recovery begin. Downtown, fog's still here, 68, and here's Bill Shope.
Thanks, Steve. Good morning, everyone. It would be a familiar-looking agenda when Portsmouth City Council assembles this coming Monday, July 15th at 6 p.m. Council is meeting a week earlier than normal due to vacation plans of some council members. A third reading will be granted to an ordinance authorizing the transfer of the properties known as Branch Rickey Park, Spartan Municipal Stadium, and the fields west of the stadium up to and including the softball field next to the service apartment, now going to the Southern Ohio Port Authority. Meanwhile, a second reading will be given to an ordinance authorizing the transfer of the property located at 807 Washington Street here in downtown Portsmouth. It's formerly known as the Adelphia Building, to the Southern Ohio Port Authority as well. Monday's meeting can be live streamed on the Portsmouth City Government's Facebook page. I recently had the opportunity to speak with Ohio House Representative Mark Johnson of the nearby 92nd District, and I asked the state legislator what he was looking forward to accomplishing when legislative sessions reconvene following the summer break. State Representative Johnson told me child care is a major concern.
Issues that I'm working on personally is the child care, and that's House Bill 610, which is modeled after our Tech Cred program. It's going to be called Child Cred, and that's an issue across the state. We have child care issues. It's the number one reason why people are not in the workforce. Married couples today are kind of penalized for having children, and that's not an Ohio that any of us want to live in. We need to reward families, and somehow the state needs to try to get more employers involved in the child care issue.
Representative Johnson told me he knows the second half of 2024 is going to be busy.
There are many, many other measures in the Ohio House that needs to be addressed. As most of you know, we have an election in November, and we are working to serve our people and be accessible.
And as we discussed earlier this morning, the accounting profession is facing a crisis here in Ohio, as well as across the entire United States. Melissa Andrews has more.
Significantly fewer students are choosing accounting as a major. This is according to the CPA Journal. Candidates for the CPA exam have decreased from 48,000 first-time candidates in 2016 to 32,000 in 2021. There are also 340,000 fewer accountants than 5 years ago. That's according to Bloomberg. So why is this? High student loan debt, low pay, and a lack of work-life balance. Experts say artificial intelligence is playing a role, saying it's taking most of the grunt work away from the accounting profession.
For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope. Well, a lot of attention given to Yellowstone. A lot of people this summer. I saw where, tourism to Yellowstone Park's up like 25%.
It's up, yes.
It's up there. And this kind of falls into line with what's going on there. A mama grizzly bear in Yellowstone National Park has been seen with 5 cubs.
Yeah, I had this on my new news report on Wednesday.
You really?
Yeah.
5 cubs, and they've done some research and found out that's the biggest litter ever documented at the park of grizzly bears.
Yeah, typically they have 1 cub or 2 per litter.
Yeah, the bears are now the most popular family in Yellowstone since the Duttons.
Well, they could have used some of that attention for Kevin Costner's Horizon movie, which really bombed at the box office.
Yeah, could have. Just think what a mama grizzly and 5 cubs could have done to elevate that that audience interest. Go, baby. Yeah. All right. Thank you, man. This update brought to you this morning by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Dr. Inashita, Dr. Jaffrey with the care, compassion, and roadmap to your recovery begin. For over 30 years, Dr. Inashita and his staff at Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates have been changing lives with the most comprehensive treatment and cure for cancer in the area. During this time in Portsmouth, Dr. Inashita has created a name of patient excellence in the highest degree and will continue that fight with each and every patient towards the cure. Dr. I, as he's known by his thousands of friends, is proud to announce the addition of Dr. Hassan Jaffrey to the staff of Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. Dr. Jaffrey's medical expertise is with all cancers as well as treatment of blood disorders, bone marrow, and the immune system. Together, Dr. Inashita and Dr. Jaffrey create a very special team that's there when it comes to fighting back to regain your good health. Feel free to stop in and welcome Dr. Jaffrey to the staff at 916 11th Street or call 353 4884. It's Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates of Portsmouth, always there with the care, the compassion, and the roadmap to your recovery. 7:38 and good morning. Downtown we currently have 68 and fog, and checking in with ONN.
This is ONN. I'm Jay Fox on the Ohio News Network. We now know the cause of death from the Kings Island accident. ONN's Kate Burdett explains.
The Hamilton County Coroner's Office says 38-year-old Arntanero Nelson of Wilmington died from blunt force trauma to the head and a traumatic brain injury. Kings Island officials have said Nelson was believed to have been struck by the Banshee ride on June 19th. He died at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center 2 days later. The coroner's office had listed Nelson's death as a suspected accident. The Ohio Department of Agriculture's Division of Amusement Ride Safety and Fairs said the ride was operating within regulations.
The estranged husband of murdered Cleveland Clinic nurse Eliza Sherman has died. Maureen Kyle of ONN affiliate WKYC-TV reports.
Ohio BCI confirmed Dr. Sanford Sherman's death. Details regarding his passing are not yet available. Dr. Sherman was never officially named a suspect in his wife's murder. However, investigators say their pending divorce was at the center of the investigation. Eliza Sherman was found stabbed to death in March 2013 outside her attorney's office 2 days before proceedings were set to begin.
A truck driver was injured in a crash in North Toledo earlier this morning. Toledo Fire and Rescue took the driver to the hospital with a leg injury. Crash is under investigation. For the Ohio News Network, I'm Jay Fox.
This radio commercial.
And it is time now for sports on your Friday morning. Brought to you this morning by Collier Medical, and they're easy to find at 1661 State Route 522, offering equipment rental, on-site safety professionals, and occupational medicine at Collier. All right. Well, yesterday afternoon I was on the road. I had a chance to go up to Chillicothe and visit some friends up there, and come back down, and I was listening to the Reds, and heard Hunter Green strike out the first 6 guys he faced.
That's right. I was wondering how long that streak was going to go. He wound up striking out 10 on the day, but just another incredible performance for Hunter Green. He proved yesterday that he is certainly worthy of the All-Star nod, which he got earlier in the week.
Well, he is, and he has been, he's been a study under construction because he came up as a very heralded pitcher. Of course, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at the age of 16.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
And a lot of pressure, but I think we've watched him kind of grow into himself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And he did a great job yesterday, and the Reds win, and with more on that, here's Chuck.
You got it. 8-1, the final score. Cincinnati gets the victory over the Colorado Rockies. The Reds wind up taking 3 out of 4 from Colorado to win that series in the Queen City. Hunter Green was the triumphant pitcher. He went the first 6 innings, allowing just 1 run off of 2 hits. As mentioned, he struck out 10 batters in yesterday's win. He is now 6-4 on the season. Hunter Green and the Reds bullpen limited Colorado to just 3 hits in the entire game. The Reds, meanwhile, they had their bats out. 14 hits for Cincinnati in yesterday's win. Tyler Stevenson had a couple of home runs and 5 RBI.
It's going to be a big, beautiful, sunny, shiny day. It's going to be a big, beautiful...
That's neat. Hold on a minute.
It was a big old beautiful sunshiny day yesterday at GABP when Hunter Green hit his second home run in the 7th.
Another 3-2 pitch from Molina. This is clobbered to left field. It's high. It's deep. It's out of here. Tyler Stevenson with a 2-home run ball game. The Reds are jumping all over the Rockies here in the 7th. 8-1 Reds. That is 5 RBIs on 2 swings of the bat for Tyler Stevenson. How about that?
How about that? Making it that big old Sunday, shiny day, Tyler Stevenson. Great day for him. He wasn't alone, though. Jonathan India went 3 for 4 with the double. Spencer Steer went 3 for 5 with the double. Santiago Espinal had a home run in yesterday's game, as well as a double. And rookie Reese Hines continued to impress. He went 2 for 4 with the double. The Reds will remain at home this weekend to entertain the Marlins for a 3-game set leading into the All-Star break. This evening's first pitch for Fireworks Friday will be at 7:10. Tomorrow's game starts at 4:10, and Sunday afternoon's contest will get underway at 1:40. You can hear all those games on Fox Sportsmouth AM 1260 and 95.7 FM. Remember that pregame coverage starts 30 minutes prior to the first pitch. Carson Spires will be on the mound for Cincinnati tonight. Miami will counter with Yanni Sharonis. The Cincinnati Reds head into the weekend 4 games below 500 with a record of 45-49, 9 games out in the NL Central. The Cleveland Guardians fell hard to the Detroit Tigers 10-1. Boy, you remember just a few days back when we were giving the Reds such grief for being swept by the Tigers? Well, Detroit took 3 out of 4 against visiting Cleveland, so evidently they're a little bit better than what we had given them credit for. The Guardians will head down south to Florida to play a weekend series with the Tampa Bay Rays. This evening's first pitch will be at 6:50. Cleveland continues to top the AL Central, but the Guardians' lead has dwindled down to 4.5 games. In minor league baseball last night, Chillicothe Paints prevailed over the Johnstown Millrats 8-7. The Paints will visit the Millrats again this evening at 7 o'clock. And at Portsmouth Raceway Park tomorrow, the 7th annual Dean Nittle Memorial will take place. This race will feature the Kubota High Limit 410 Wing Sprint Car Series and will pay out a total purse of over $85,000 with $25,554 going to the winner. The pit gates tomorrow at PRP will open at 2, main gates at 4, and hot laps are slated to start at 6:30. The NASCAR Cup Series will race at Pocono Sunday at 2:30. By the way, I did get confirmation. A lot of folks were wondering if Kyle Larson might race the Dean Nittle Memorial tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. He's got to be in Pocono on Sunday, and there's just not an airport close to Pocono, I guess, is what the big issue is. But Larson is a part owner of the High Limit Series.
Right.
So, unfortunately, we won't see him back in town to try to win a second Dean Nittle Memorial, but the talent will be plentiful tomorrow at Portsmouth
And your
Raceway.
weather is going to be spectacular.
That's
so
right.
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
No rain in sight. Your Portsmouth Insurance Sports Time is 7:44. Portsmouth Insurance is a TAH benefits partner. Call Gary Duzan for all of your employee benefit needs. And that is a look at sports.
And we certainly hope that over the weekend for the Cincinnati Reds, it will be...
It's going to be a big, beautiful, sunny, shiny day.
Let's hope so.
All right, thank you, Chuck, in this update. Brought to you by Collier Medical, 1661 State Route 522 is in the Berg. And, of course, they're there with all kinds of different services. And we've got your traffic weather together next.
Collier Medical in Wheatersburg offers occupational medicine with nurse practitioner Jamie Reynolds. Collier Company has closed its primary care to focus on the occupational needs of businesses in the tri-state, offering drug screens, pre-employment and DOT physicals, as well as medical surveillance, respirator fit, and audiometric testing. Whether you're an employee or an employer needing occupational medical services, go with the convenience of Collier Medical, 1661 State Route 522 Wheatersburg. Scheduling an appointment is recommended, but walk-ins are welcome. Call 740-574-8728 and be on the lookout for Call Your Home Medical coming soon.
And traffic is service of your friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallagher Street. And the river is always there with delicious steaks, chicken ribs, and more, getting you fired up for the weekend. Yeah, because it's here. And so stop in. Those doors open at 11. And this morning, the only thing we've got really, I mean, they've done a great job of taking care of everything on the roads. We still have Shearer Hollow closed through the 19th. That's going to be at Pleasant Valley Road and Daniel Road. But got Morse Lane open. Got some fog. But aside from that, everything looks good. Of course, you're traveling on 23 northbound or southbound. We got the barrels out, and that's down to one lane, so you got to be careful there. If you see something we need to know about, give us a call at 354-1993. Traffic is service of the Scioto River, open 7 days a week.
Weather a service of the Counseling Center's annual Summer Bummer CrossFit Competition, taking place tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the Counseling Center's Health and Wellness Center, 505 Washington Street in Portsmouth. Learn more by visiting the Counseling Center's Health and Wellness Center on Facebook.
First alert forecast from WSAZ. Hours of hot sunshine bring those temperatures into the low 90s. Can try to get an isolated shower to pop in the heat of the day. Becoming mostly clear tonight. Still a decent overnight with temperatures back down toward the 60s. More sunshine brings more heat on Saturday with highs reaching the low in mid-90s.
I'm WSAZ News Channel 3 meteorologist Brandon Butcher on the Ohio Valley's hit music channel, Mix 99.3.
And downtown, we got the fog still trying to get out of here, and it is currently 68 as we get up and go.
Mix 99.3. Steve Hayes in the morning. The Get Up and Go Show.